All right, folks, here I am, flown all the way to the Sahara Desert. Cost me a lot of money to get here, and it's obviously the Sahara. You can see it's dry as heck. Beautiful looking river. Lots of low pressure spots, but I'm not going to be going in there at all today. Today, I'm going to be trying out my new highbanker on this big gravel bar. Hopefully I'll get some gold. Whether or not I get a lot or a little doesn't matter. I just want to run it, have a nice sunny day with my pup, keep my feet dry, enjoy the day. Okay, since I've decided to get a camera and start documenting stuff, I'll start off with the camera I got. I ended up getting a GoPro 7. They do have the 8 and 9 out. I didn't really feel the need to buy the newest model. Looks like it cost quite a bit. This one was substantially cheaper, and it works just fine for what I'm going to do. They do have a whole lot of accessories. I got more at home, but all right. So this whole highbanker setup I got started out as a mini backpack highbanker, and as most of my projects, it grew and grew and grew until it became something ridiculous. I'm not sure what it weighs, somewhere between 60 and 70 pounds, and I can still carry it, but I ain't gonna lie, it's not fun. It's downright awful. I have a Stanport frame pack, just a bare frame pack that I mounted some extensions and put some wheels on it. That way, if I'm on like a flat, smooth trail, I can just grab the thing by the handles and roll it like a dolly. The Luan is so that the weight of the highbanker doesn't rip through that fabric on the bottom, because I kind of foresaw that happening. And this little chunk of 2x6 is so when I set it down on a big rock like that, because I'm not hefting it off my back and lowering it to the ground, I'll usually find some place higher up, sit down, sit up straight, unbuckle it, and then I'm free. That allows it to stand up on its own. I have some heavier duty straps holding it to the frame pack. These brackets are for holding my pick. And holding my shovel. Basically, I wanted everything to be able to strap to the frame. The only thing I had to carry today was the little case for the GoPro. I will not be putting on those water shoes today. I just threw them on to cross a little stream. Done with those. Okay, what I have here is a solar panel. It's a 50-watt solar panel. It's for my Dakota lithium batteries. It should give me a little bit better run time. Gotta have the flag. Where can I hang this? Ruger, where am I putting this, buddy? Someplace good, someplace safe. No. Gee, I have a little hole there. I'm sure that's not supposed to stretch that way, but lo and behold, it does. Kinda. Maybe kinda not. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, that's gonna ride there for now. Okay. I have some water. I did bring a water filter with me. I don't want to be carrying gallons of water out here. Odds and ends, snuffer bottles, tweezers, important prospecting stuff. If you don't have one of these, you should get one of these. It's great. I'm going to be using this in a little bit to roam around this gravel bar and try and find the best spot to start digging. keys, some bug spray, extra straps just in case. Close that up so I don't drop my keys. You know, I got all them little doodads for this camera. I probably should clip it somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna find a better option. I'll be right back. Much better. Hands-free. All right. So, inside the bag, I have container for concentrates, snuffer bottle, spoon, lighter, smokes. If you don't smoke, don't start. Awful habit. Maybe one of these days I'll give it up. Maybe I won't. Who knows? A water filter, because you know I'm not going to be carrying a gallon of water out here. Most importantly, toilet paper. In this bag I have 50 feet of hose. Not that I'll need it, you know, but I have a 10-foot and a 50-foot. They both have the quick connect ends on them, but might as well bring it. Food for me, food for Ruger. .2200 gallon per hour, 12-volt Johnson bilge pump. I probably won't throw that. Let me just set that down there. More food for Ruger. Small pan. I usually don't use this. When my boy's laying down, like he is right there in the shade, I just soon bring him water and have him wandering around. I can throw his food in it. Other than that, I don't use this pan for much. Eighth-inch classifier. Mine Lab pan. I'm still getting used to this. I've always used Garrett's. I like this because it has a smaller riffles. It has a different pitch up the side, so you get that muscle memory with those Garrett's, and then you switch to something different. It's taking some getting used to, but I like it. Works good. Bucket. You gotta have a bucket. More food. I don't like going hungry. These are all parts and pieces. Smaller 10-foot hose. Legs. These are all the pieces. For the hopper box. I glued these. I didn't glue the rest of the fittings. They hold together pretty well, and it's not a high pressure pump, so. I have an awful Coke habit. Probably should get away from that. I do drink a lot more water, but my hopper box. Somebody pointed out in another video in the comments section that the bars coming off, there shouldn't be a bar here. And I agree. When I did my test run, a lot of little rocks got stuck in here, and I'm trying to poke them out, and it was holding other stuff from falling out of the box. So I think I'm going to rebuild these. I might try to just make them out of aluminum, and I'm only going to affix them at the top. That way, down here, they have room to move, and I could kind of run my hands across and let the rocks fall out of there. These two plates mount in the bottom of the top box, and it just allows less water to escape the sides and go down into the sluice box. This is my upper box. And the Hungarian riffles, I have a feeling those are going to get filled up with black sands, but then I'll have the dream mat down below to catch everything. And these bars are to hold up my hopper box. I was going to make some longer ones. I still haven't yet. I'll get to it. I don't have the gas and everything to TIG weld, and I've never TIG welded. I've welded mild steel, you know. I got a little 110 MIG. Works fine for what I need to do. This was all scrap aluminum, and I have a 36-inch Clark brake. So what I did was I ended up scoring it on a table saw and bending it along the score marks. I didn't want gold and fines to get trapped in those little score marks. So what I did afterward was go along and I brazed it with aluminum just to make everything smooth. I did it in the corners, there. I just didn't want stuff getting hung up in there. This is my power supply box. It's a Dakota lithium, 18 amp hour battery. I got 14 volts on it right now. This is so I can hook up the solar panel and be charging it while I'm running it. Have a 12 volt SAE connector on the outside, and I have 2 USB ports. So if my GoPro dies, I can charge it while I'm running everything else. This is my other Dakota battery. This is my backup. I got a regular charger. These are all the nuts and bolts and parts to put my kit together. A couple little tools just to go in there with it. You should always have some type of Leatherman or Gerber. Have some sort of multi-tool with you. I don't care what you're doing, where you're going. You'll find a need for them. And this flap goes in my transition from the 6-inch to the 8-inch box. Just smooths out the water. The Luan is to protect the mats, because, you know, I don't want the metal I have on the bottom of like that upper box gouging into this mat. It's thin, it's light, it doesn't really add anything. This is my lower box, 8 by 36 inches. And then down here, because I wanted it to ride a little better rather than have this small edge pushing on the bottom of that, I built a flare. This allows me, when my batteries are dead, or if I just want to take this by itself, instead of having a reducer to 6 inches, I have a flare I can hook onto this and just use this in the river as a regular sluice. And it works great. I used it a couple days ago. It's awesome. Anyhow, I am going to take my pans and I'm going to do a little testing and see if I can't find a streak here. Like I said, I'm not looking to get a ton of gold. I just like to find something in it. And I'll get back to you. Not sure if the camera is going to show this or not. Let me see here. I'm going to try and get something for reference. Something to focus on. But there's 4 little pieces in there from one test hole right close to where I was setting my pack down. It's not a lot, but it's enough for me. You know, I'm right there. And if I get 4 more by the end of the day, I'll be satisfied. Be back later. So I decided to do my test painting right close. I mean, I was on a good patch of boulders right there. I got some more bigger ones there. kind of moves up a line. I'm on a good bend. If you follow this line of bigger boulders, goes straight down, river hooks to the left, then it goes back to the right again, and I got more bigger boulders right in a straight line. So dug around, I got some fly poop out of that hole. I got a couple good specks out of that one. Didn't get anything out of this one, but I'm kind of curious about this little area. So I think I'm going to end up setting up right here. I'm going to see how that does for me. Okay, it took about roughly a half hour to set up and get it all set to where I want it. Apparently my pump has sucked some crud out of the stream. Yeah, that's all right. Flow is going good. I'm between the lines on the level, and I am running at roughly about 10 degrees. Yeah, about 14 on top. I kind of want those Hungarian riffles to clean out better. You know, I'm not too worried about losing the fine stuff. I'm sure that bottom mat will catch it. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Time to start working. This is what I was talking about with the rocks getting hung up on the end. A couple of them get caught in there and that's all it takes. But if I didn't have that crossbar in there, there would be a little bit of flex to these and I'd be able to run them rocks out. that's a little better. I see action in those little vortexes, so those mats are still exchanging. I imagine any of the super fine stuff hopefully will get caught up in the hopper box, that miner's moss, but the bigger stuff that might make it down. Should I happen to find any bigger stuff, probably won't in this area, but it's not going to make it out of this green mat. Getting movement in those riffles too. Lots of black sands building up. That's the one bad thing I think about these Hungarian riffles. Once they fill up, I think that's it. Hopper seems to be working good. These bigger rocks, I'm just kind of yanking them out, chucking them. Might as well keep my tailings pile as small as possible. Yeah, I think most of the fine stuff is going to go right down through that mesh. It's hard not to play with these rocks. I want to dig around in the gravel, see what's here, but no time for that. So I've been running roughly an hour, maybe an hour and 3 minutes. Gotten down fairly deep in that hole, under that rock. There's a big rock down in the underneath that water stopping me, but I'm getting great dirt out of there. Matt's doing well. I don't know what that is. I'll be really happy if that's a chunk of gold. I'll know in a second when I turn it off. I'm still getting exchange down here, but with an hour run, it seems like a good time. Maybe I'll turn it off. Clean the dream mat and the Hungarian mat. I'll leave the hopper till last. That'll probably trap all my fine gold. Tailings. A good little pile. I mean, I had a decent little hole dug there. I'm gonna shut this off, turn the pump, take a break, and do a cleanup. Wonder what my power is at. 12.6. An hour running, I'm still at 12.6. I think that solar panel is helping out quite a bit. Plus, when I'm not running it, it's just gonna be recharging. Almost got really wet. I don't see anything offhand. There have been nuggets found in this river, but very few and far between. Usually it's fine flour gold and little tiny pieces. So I had nothing in the dream mat. Nothing at all, not even a micro. I started cleaning out the upper mat with the Hungarian riffles. Everything was loaded with black sand. And I got about 16 little specks in there. I haven't touched the hopper yet. Hopefully that's where most of it's sticking, is in the hopper. I'm gonna throw the mats back in, leave the hopper alone, and run for another hour. Battery's still going strong. Oxygen's running good. I think I'm going to go past an hour on this one. I'm not sure if you've seen these rocks before. I think they're called fish lily rocks. I watch Flower Gold Wizards quite a bit, and he's always finding these fish lily rocks. And he chucks them in the brook, and he gets them. This gravel bar is loaded with them fish lilies. over how quickly this machine will go through material. I can't imagine some of those big ones that guys are loading with excavators and bobcats and such. This is the most work I've ever done for $6. Maybe not, maybe not. But I wasn't going to get wet. Well, I'm wet anyways. My legs are wet. My only dry pair of footwear are now wet. But it's pretty warm out, so I don't mind. my goal to capture this hopper because there really wasn't much in them. Give you a look at how my diggings are progressing. I've actually knocked some rocks back into that hole. I'm gonna dig it out after, but I'm coming right around and up behind these ones. Figure I might as well keep digging up around there. I'm dropping it right down to here, and it's a little easier to shovel. My boy's tired. Been out here all day. Got the high banker halfway broke down. Still got to put it all in the pack. I did my second cleanup, and once again there was absolutely nothing down in the dream mat. Nothing at all. And the upper mat, I got maybe 5 specks, little bitty pieces. I got into the hopper finally, and that was where the majority of it was. There still isn't a whole lot there, but apparently I don't need the boxes. I just got to run the hopper and I can catch 90% of it in the hopper. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make some trips with without that lower box, lighten it up a little bit. Not bad, you know, I mean, you'd always like more, but I'm satisfied I didn't get skunked. I'm gonna finish packing up. I'm gonna throw this miserable bundle on my back. Not you, buddy. You're not a miserable bundle. I'll carry out if you need to, but I think you'll be okay. Have a good day, folks.